The lands that are today called Germany at the beginning of historical times were vast territories with dense forests, winding rivers, swamps, and fertile plains. In these lands lived independent and resilient people whom the Romans called barbarians. But these people, the Germanic tribes, were highly organized and intelligent. They managed their lives through hunting, animal husbandry, and agriculture. Each tribe had its own laws and customs, with loyalty, unity, and respect for the elders being fundamental principles. The people of these lands had an astonishing ability to understand their environment, utilize forest and river resources, and plan defenses which repeatedly caused the Roman Empire, the strongest power of the time, to be defeated when confronting them. One of the most significant events was the Battle of Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD. Arminius, the commander of a coalition of several Germanic tribes, using ambushes and precise knowledge of the forested terrain, completely destroyed 3 Roman legions. The Romans, who had never imagined being defeated, suffered a loss in this battle and abandoned their attempts to conquer the north of the Rhine, never to attempt it again. The Roman defeat and the Germanic victory not only strengthened their pride, but also laid the foundation for collective identity and popular resistance in these lands. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD, the Germanic tribes gradually consolidated their scattered territories. The Franks in the west, the Saxons in the north, the Bavarians in the south, and the Marcomanni in the east. Each established local governments and sometimes united for mutual defense or to confront external enemies. People in these regions still did not consider themselves German and were mostly known by their tribe or duchy. In the 8th century, Charlemagne emerged and, with his military and political skills, united a large number of scattered Germanic tribes and founded the Frankish Empire. Charlemagne, in addition to military leadership, established administrative structures, laws, taxes, and integrated churches to maintain a stable empire. He also emphasized education and culture, strengthening schools and religious centers. These measures laid the groundwork for the formation of a collective identity, even though people still did not consider themselves German. After Charlemagne's death and the division of the empire among his children, the Germanic lands were again divided into a collection of duchies and principalities. The Romans and Franks gave the name Alemanni to the lands north and east of the Rhine, meaning a union of tribes. Over time, this name was applied to all areas east of the Rhine, and the first signs of collective identity began to emerge. The Middle Ages were full of political, social, and cultural complexities. The Holy Roman Empire was established, but the emperor held limited power and each state had independent rule. This political fragmentation allowed German culture to develop. Cities and villages became centers of trade, social life, and culture. Markets, festivals, and public gatherings played an important role in the lives of the people. The inhabitants of these lands developed craftsmanship, agricultural techniques, trade networks, and communication channels, and began exchanging goods with other ethnic groups. During this period, numerous battles occurred for control and conquest of these lands. Tribes, duchies, and states fought each other, sometimes allied and sometimes fought against external enemies. These battles not only had political effects, but also influenced culture and economy. People became familiar with military skills, agriculture, and urban life, and many cities and roads were established for trade, which later became the economic foundation of modern Germany. In the early modern era, the rise of powerful dynasties such as the Habsburgs and the Prussian families played an important role in German politics and power. These dynasties, by forming organized armies, signing diplomatic treaties, and expanding their territories, gradually reshaped Germany's political map. Universities and intellectual centers grew, and German philosophy, literature, and art gained importance so that the shared culture and language strengthened national identity. The 19th century was accompanied by significant political and military changes. The fall of the Holy Roman Empire in 1806 and Napoleon's pressures forced the scattered German states to unite. Cultural, political, and economic movements emerged. Associations, newspapers, and conferences familiarized people with the idea of a united German country. Writers and philosophers such as Goethe and Hegel analyzed the history, culture, and common language of the people and fostered a sense of national identity. After numerous wars against France and under the leadership of Bismarck, the German Empire was formed. This union brought together the scattered tribes and states into one country. The land that once only had forests, rivers, and scattered tribes had now become a united country with a rich culture, a growing economy, and global influence. Today's Germany is the result of 1,000 years of resistance, unity, war, diplomacy, culture, and philosophy. This land shows that people who never sacrificed their freedom for the power of others were able to build an identity, a name, and a country that holds a prominent place not only in Europe, but also in the history of the world. Stay with us, and in the next episode we will see how these scattered tribes transformed into one of the most organized and formidable powers in history. Now that you have stayed with us, and until the end, like the video and follow the channel for a better understanding of world history,